Carlos Ghosn, Chairman, President, and CEO of Nissan. Nice to see you again in Detroit.
Good to see you.
You have introduced a concept truck, a Titan Warrior. You're such a refined, elegant gentleman, and this is such a rugged truck. What's the mindset behind this vehicle?
We started the sales of Titan. And you know that Titan is going to have a long life. Large pickup trucks stay for a while. You know, typically it's 7 to 8 years. So we're giving here a peek of a concept that may come later during the life of Titan as a reinforcement or as a superior grade of Titan. It's taller, it's wider, it gives even more for all the people who love large pickup trucks.
And certainly these large vehicles have done very well in the U.S. consumer market. Others have faltered a little bit. I want to ask you about the Leaf. You were the original electric car maker. Now we saw the Leaf sales down about 40%. What will make them recover in 2016, given that there's more competition now that you're going to face?
Yeah. There are two reasons for the decline in the sales of the Leaf for the last months. The first one is we announced a better battery with 30% more range. So obviously immediately when you make this kind of announcement, people have a tendency to stay on the side, wait for the new car to come. We knew that, but we had at a certain point in time to make this announcement. And second, as you know, Atlanta was a very important city for the sales of electric cars. And then part of the incentive that Atlanta city was putting has been withdrawn. So I would say the accumulation of announcement of a new battery, higher range, plus the fact that Atlanta became a more normal market for electric cars explain this. We're going to come back in 2016, better cars, better batteries, and hopefully with the development of the charging infrastructure, the sales of electric car in general are going to continue to grow.
Even if gas prices are low? Because they're so low in the US.
Yeah, because I can tell you that even though the gas prices are low, but nobody can predict where the gas prices will be 6 months, 1 year, 2 years down the road. But there is something which doesn't change, is that the emissions restrictions are becoming tougher and tougher. And there is no way for any car makers that we can reach what is being asked from us without a more or less significant participation of zero emission cars. Whether these zero emissions are electric car, which is our case, or even fuel cells.
What are you looking at globally in terms of sales? Is China a problem? Is South America going to stay a problem? How's Europe? And can the US continue on records?
I think for the year 2016, we are expecting a moderate growth of the global car market. We're talking about 1 to 2%. Now, obviously the United States will see, in our opinion, also a moderate growth of around 1%, but it's a very healthy market. China would see a growth of 5%, even though this growth is not going to be linear, it's not going to be smooth, we're going to have up and down, and you have a lot of volatility. But 2015 was like that, and China ended up with the market up by 5%. I think we're going to repeat in 2016 what we have seen in 2015. The recovery in Europe will continue. It has been very healthy in 2015. There is more room for this recovery. I think the sore points are going to be Russia, are going to be Brazil, and they're going to be also Japan. These are the three markets that we see declining further in 2016, even though unfortunately 2015 was already a very mediocre year on these three markets. So whenever you compound all of this, 5% growth in China, 7-8% growth in India, 1% growth in the United States, probably 3 to 5% growth in Europe, but maybe a minus 15% in Brazil, etc., you end up with a moderate growth which is still healthy.
Carlos Ghosn, great to chat with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.